The Coson week of what the organizers called unparalleled excitement and non-stop entertainment continued with Coson on the street. Coson on the street saw musicians of the old and new orders in a float around major streets of Lagos, beginning from the Festive Town axis, with music blaring from the loudspeakers, to which everyone gyrated spiritedly as Nigerians lined up the streets to catch a glimpse of the music stars. The Coson on the street event was used to a great advantage by the musicians to connect with the public, to sensitize them about the danger in pirating other people's works and the risks associated with it. The music stars were also seen rendering public service as they helped to clear the drainage and sweep streets. The Coson Green Ball event, around which a lot of razzmatazz had been built by the organizers, which took place at the Muson Center, Onikon, Lagos, lived up to its pre-event billing, as lavishly advertised on radio, television, and the print media. The event began with the green carpet, where celebrities and dignitaries, mostly from the entertainment industry, stormed the arena in eye-popping garbs with a touch of green as requested by the organizers. The Coson Green Ball event turned out to be a veritable avenue for stakeholders in the Nigerian entertainment industry, particularly the music sector, to re-establish contact after a long layoff. Friends and international partners of the Copyright Society of Nigeria from countries like Norway, Sweden, and the United Kingdom registered a robust presence at the Coson Green Ball event. The rubber-dub master, Ras Kimono, fired the first musical salvo to put the audience in the right frame of mind for the rich entertainment package in store for everyone. In his electrifying performance, propelled by the combination of powerful wind instruments, the saxophone and trumpet, which provided the captivating horn section, complemented by the magical bass guitar, the soul of reggae music, which stands Ras Kimono's brand of reggae music in a complete world of its own, Ras Kimono captured the attention of everyone. Ras Kimono must have taken his die-hard fans and followers back to those days of vibrant live concerts many decades ago, when he and the likes of Oris Wuliki, Majek Foshek, Bright Chimezie, and Michael Okri held sway with spellbinding performance that made them the toast of all concert lovers in Nigeria. The newly retooled, re-engineered and reloaded Kenny Saint Best, who displayed a very high stage presence, was in her best elements as she took the audience through her performance, which featured two party movers of hers. This included a special tribute to The Green, the originator of uncommon creativity in Yoruba rap music, who left a yawning gap in that genre of music with his untimely death some years ago. The address by Chief Tony Okoroji, chairman of Copyright Society of Nigeria, Coson, centered on the main reason behind the Coson Green Ball, which was to institute the Coson Foundation, which Nigerian musicians can fall back on for succor when, due to the factors of incapacitation, they are not as active as before. Chief Okoroji solicited the support of all Nigerians for the Coson Foundation so that the labors of Nigerian musicians of old, who had laid a solid foundation for the Nigerian music industry, which is in its way to eclipsing the world of entertainment today, will not be in vain.
The Coson Music Foundation is an initiative that will not just be of benefit to musicians and the music industry, but can provide an important elixir for national economic and social growth. All governments in Nigeria, federal, state and local, all public institutions, every business enterprise, all international organizations, and indeed everyone who has been moved by this of music should please contribute to making this important foundation a success. It remains for me to ask all of you, please just relax, enjoy yourself, and have a very excited evening.
Without any doubt at all, the guy that stole the show at the Coson Green Ball event was 11-year-old T.Y. Sachs, who put up a dazzler of an act which resonated resoundingly with everyone. The underlying message here is that the young ones are indeed the toast of the Nigerian music space. In the remarks of the chairman of the advisory board of Coson, a Nigerian music icon, who was adorned in Nigeria's traditional colors, as if to further rekindle his belief in a country that has given him the unfettered opportunity to become an international personality through his God-given talent, Chief Commander Ebenezer Obey reiterated the need and urgency for the establishment of the Coson Music Foundation. He promised on behalf of other members assigned to manage the foundation that they would perform the arduous task beyond reproach.
Today, I want to solicit for your generous donations towards the Coson Music Foundation. This is a noble cause for the welfare of Nigerian musicians. The Board of Trustees of Coson Music Foundation, comprising of men and women of impeccable characters and proven word of experience, with the caliber and integrity of people who are members of trustees of the foundation. Welcome to this occasion. Please enjoy yourself. May the Lord be with you. God bless you all.
The process of driving donations and support of the Coson Foundation was handled by the duo of B.C. Olatilo, multilingual broadcaster and top media entrepreneur, and Nigeria's leading producer, Laoli Akins, with support from Stella Monye, Bright Chimezie, Mike Okri, Dizzy K. Falola, and Jeffrey Daniels of the Shalama fame. Each of the artists put up a performance on the spur of the moment, which the audience went along with to further jazz up the entire atmosphere. Osun State and Oyo State governments sent representatives who announced their support for the Coson Music Foundation. Timida Kolo and Aziza closed the very entertaining Coson Green Ball event with their performance. The high point of the Coson Green Ball event was the conferment of the Coson Special Award tagged Coson Copyright Medal of Honor to Terja Koinski Olsen, one of the leading international partners of the Copyright Society of Nigeria, for her indelible contributions to the growth of the Nigerian music industry. By far the most intellectually stimulating aspect of the Coson Week was the Coson Lecture. This brought together experts on intellectual property rights in the world's creative industry under one roof For one day of rigorous brainstorming and cross-fertilization of ideas, the mandate was how to ensure that pirates and other elements who carry out unscrupulous and nefarious activities to shortchange musicians in Nigeria through the infringement of rights are banished from the Nigerian society. Suggestions from experts range from the outright dismantling of the Alaba international market, which has been the notorious den where pirates have reigned unchallenged for years. A distinct parallel was drawn between cultural rights and creative rights, while practitioners in the music industry were further sensitized on the legal routes through which they can enforce their intellectual rights. Dr. Shodipo, a well-known legal expert on intellectual property rights, educated the audience on the big bundle of opportunities musicians can derive from their intellectual property. He also advised musicians to use to maximum advantage their popularity and immense goodwill.
We are very important. Creative industries, we are very important. And we may not know how important we are until we realize that years ago, it took this industry to lobby for the law, and the law was passed within a year or a year and a half. The Copyright Act, the same year, okay? Now, I remember that I drafted the first bill that was presented to the National Assembly by somebody who is not a member of the National Assembly, and that was Charlie Boy. And there were days when we got to the National Assembly that all the senators and honorable members wanted to sign, wanted his autograph, wanted to take photographs with him. That is the magic you guys have that you have not used. People want to meet Bright Chimenze, they want, oh, you are so and so, they want to take photographs with you. And you can use this to lobby for law reform, for a lot of changes up there.
Azizat made a strong case for every musician to be prepared to know their rights and take advantage of all the opportunities at their disposal. Azizat tasked Coson to see to it that Nigerian musicians get adequate remuneration from music produced by them outside Nigeria, either through concerts or otherwise. The Coson table tennis blowout came to a glorious climax at the Molade Okoya Thomas Hall of the Teslim Balogun Stadium, Surulere, where the event took off on a round-robin basis some time ago. The Coson table tennis blowout featured a round of competition between celebrities and other table tennis buffs in the male and female categories. A handsome sum of 1 million naira and trophies were given to those who won in the different categories of the Coson table tennis blowout. The grand finale of the Coson week that kept the entire entertainment landscape of Nigeria in a state of flux in terms of top-flight activities came to an explosive end on Saturday, 25th of May 2013. This was at the brand new multi-billion naira ultra-modern, highly sophisticated banquet hall of the Oriental Hotels, Victoria and Lagos. The hall is equipped with high-tech 21st century compliant facilities, complemented by modern acoustics that bring out the very best in sound quality in all performances. The Coson Song Award, which must have been the very first major event to take place in that hall, without any doubt notched up a great mileage for itself and the hotel, and also succeeded. In another breath, it succeeded in dazzling and dazing everyone to scream the word "wow" spontaneously on the spur of the moment, in tandem with the catchphrase of the Coson Week promotional messages that took over the airwaves in the pre-event publicity build-up. One other thing the Coson Week succeeded in achieving in all its events was bringing together practitioners in the various arms of the ever-expanding entertainment firmament, musicians, filmmakers, artist managers, the media, electronic and print, and indeed everyone who etches a living in the entertainment business. However, by far the factor that towers above all, which was made possible by Coson's reach and goodwill, is the fishing out of musicians of the old order. Some of them have not been seen on the scene for some time. The Coson Song Award event turned out to be a veritable avenue for them to fraternize and rub shoulders with musicians of these days. The packaging of the entire event, which was broken down to generations in terms of the evolution and growth of the Nigerian music, was vintage Tony Okoroji at his most creative and ingenious best, appropriately positioning the social, economic, and political atmosphere that prevailed in each of the generations under review. The Coson Song Award covered the periods the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and the millennium. In the assessment of the organizers in choosing those who won in all the categories among the artists initially shortlisted, creativity and the music are judged to have enjoyed wider acceptance carried the day. It's noteworthy to affirm that the judgment of the organizers seemed to have gone down well with the audience in almost all cases as they applauded the announcement very vigorously. Sir Victor Efosa Uwaifo emerged the choice of all, and he was physically present to pick up his award. Sonny Neji of the Uruka fame, who also won an award that night, as was later revealed, treated the audience to some of his tunes before the Coson Award for the musician whose music made the most waves in the 70s. Without any doubt at all, the resounding applause that greeted the announcement of Nico Mbaga's Sweet Mother, all-time great song, is an affirmation that the popular choice for that award was Nico Mbaga. The Coson Music Award for the music of the 70s was picked up by Nico Mbaga's representative.
And the winner is Sweet Mother by Prince Nico Mbaga.
Again, the event was spiced with the performance of Two-Face Idibia, who engaged the audience with some of his favorite songs. The next award was the Coson Song of the 80s, which was won by the Rainmaker, Edo State-born Majek Fashek, who turned out a lot of blockbusters in the 80s that made him clearly the choice of all. The Coson Song Award for the song that beat all songs to it in the 90s went to Femi Anikulapo-Kuti's Wonder Wonder album, which also made outstanding waves across the Atlantic. Femi Anikulapo-Kuti was unavoidably absent to pick the award. Now to the Coson Music Award for the Songs of the Millennium, which is broken down into different genres, which included the contemporary pop, highlife, Afrobeats music genres. Up-and-coming female musician Seyi Shea performed before the Coson Song Award for the Millennium kicked off. The Olorioko song, done by Kehinde Akimbode, was adjudged the Song of the Millennium. The awesomely popular Chop My Money hit song by P-Square won the Coson Award for Contemporary Pop Song of the Millennium. Sunny Neji's Oruka won the Contemporary Afro Music Song for the Millennium, while Tufe Idibia's Ife Neme was adjudged the Best Contemporary Pop Music in the Millennium. To recall the winner of the Contemporary Pop Song of the New Millennium, African Poem, Two-Face Idibia and Blackface. New Kid on the Block, Flavor, was the audience choice in the contemporary high-life song of the new millennium era.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a big thank you to the organizers of this, and I'm very happy to have this, and also I'm honored. Thank you very much, and God bless you. One love.
Of course, the performance of Nyanya almost brought down the roof of the new ultra-modern banquet hall of Oriental Hotels in Lagos. Nyanya's stagecraft and connection with the audience has improved a great deal. This was not lost on the audience, who asked him on and urged him on at every turn. Drawing down the curtain on a night that offered a supremely satisfying entertainment and education, which ended the one-week non-stop entertainment explosion Tony Okoroji's and the folks at Coson promoted the world, was a 5-star performance by Majak Fashek, the Rainmaker, who, although needs a lot of assistance from the Coson Music Foundation to get back properly on his feet, took the fans many decades back when he was a favorite of concert lovers. Indeed, Majak Fashek and other artists like him must rise again. That should be the task before Coson management for now. But when it comes to the packaging of events where creativity and ingenuity are appropriately deployed, Tony Okoroji's Tops Entertainment is the place to look.